Hello guys, welcome to Robbie and Dobby's YouTube channel. I am Robbie. I just want to know if you can do a quick bit of math and help me out with this one. Okay, I'm struggling with this. So the 400, 300, 450, what is the final number? Does anybody know the final number? Please help me out. Please, please, please. If you know the number, would you please help me out? Let me know. Thank you. Good. If you know the maths, if you're good at maths. Thanks, guys. So guys, if you know the number, let me know. Of two elephants, then two lamb, they're little lamb, little sheep. Two lamb, one elephant, three horses, then one elephant, one horse, and one lamb. If you can add them all together, let me know. thanks everybody for tuning in. I really do appreciate all the support on the channel. These are amazing. The YouTube community is just unreal. The support has been amazing across the channel. So thanks everybody. Honestly. Just doing a little puzzle, a little quiz to mix it up, a bit of entertainment. That's all. Enjoy. Thanks everybody, honestly, for the support. It's been amazing. At Robbie and Dobby's YouTube channel. Thanks everybody. Thanks for the support, honestly. Where you all tuning in from? We do really appreciate all the support across the channel. Thanks on the lives, the long formats, and even the shorts, especially the shorts. Thanks everybody. This is so kind. Just trying to mix it up and do a few quizzes and puzzles, and God knows what you get on the Robbie and Dobby's YouTube channel. But it's just fun, you know, bit of entertainment. Mostly we go out on our adventures and our walks, and we document that.
going afterwards is not to go back and ask, well, why didn't you stop those people? The biggest concern is what happens next. I'm a soldier. Cold words are dead until we give them life with our blood. We will not stop this fight. Friday morning, this is 5 hour breakfast. The papers report 52 people killed after yesterday's attacks. The Metropolitan Police Department 37 and 700 injured.
London's commuters back to work this morning in a world which for many will never be quite the same.
Terrifying, I'll never get on the tube again. I'll never do it.
Terrorists linked to Al-Qaeda are thought to be behind the explosions, although there's been no clear statement from any group yet.
Hello there, good to see you this morning. Now, the reality of those devastating attacks are, of course, the personal stories what so many people went through yesterday. And Mustafa, a passenger on the train between Liverpool Street and Memphis.
The breakfast show contact is into the vision. That's what I go to. I was one of the very few Muslim background journalists working for the BBC trying to understand British Muslim communities. When 7/7 happened, I remember being in East London Mosque and just speaking to people there, going up to Oldham, going up to Brad. They were echoing the exact same feeling that I had. There was a fury and a sadness. So many lives lost. This was done in the name of a religion that I was brought up in. That for me was a colourful, happy, peaceful religion that was much more about prayer than it was fighting. So there was this real anger. How dare they? How dare they do this to us? The backlash that was going to come, the backlash that was going to be felt by all of us British Muslims. And so for me, it was the fear of what was going to come next.
Just for my friend, she's been with him since yesterday.
We can't find him anywhere. We tried every single hospital, and we just don't know any more information about him. And it would be like him not to contact, obviously.
And a tight and very, very long hair. Very nasty. He's about 5'11", white, very pale skin, with freckles on his arms, and hazel coloured eyes.
One time they just said, look, we saw it, but the people in the train were still waiting for morning. If they not on the list, they dead. What about that?
In such a catastrophic event, taking us away from identification of death is not straightforward. It was pretty horrific. Sifting through what was left across 4 separate exposure sites, there was thousands of empty cars. You weren't dead. You were going to the bereaved and you were to the injured. To put your personal feelings to one side and get on with the job.
I don't even know how many days we've been there. You're not sleeping. And someone was saying, go and get a break. No, I'm alright, I'm on this. We just didn't want to give up. The direction of the investigation obviously changed.